Yo, Beth, that shit crazy.
On a Saturday, it's All Even with your boy Barry Grant. You can catch me on Instagram and Twitter at All Even Podcast. You can listen to the show on SoundCloud as well as YouTube, Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Breaker, and wherever you find your podcasts available. And trust me, go to YouTube, click that subscribe button, like, share, comment. The page is growing. You got to get on that wave, that All Even Podcast wave. Don't get left behind, man. Join the bandwagon. Lots to get into. NBA. I finally agree with Kevin Durant on something. And then Phone a Friend is back. I have my boy Jerry coming on the show. We're going to talk about a whole bunch of stuff, and I already have a headache. I'm sure it's going to be wild because he is off the charts. And then the greatest segment on the planet, Dummy of the Week. So let's just jump right into it. It finally happened. It took 14 years or so, but it happened. I finally agree with Kevin Durant on something. Kevin Durant had an interview with Rachel Nichols, and he said that there's more to basketball than winning championships. He's more of developing and getting better, and he thought that when he won his first title with Golden State, it was going to be like the ending to a movie where, everything kind of just like came together and it was this kumbaya moment, and there was nothing like that for him. And he's now focused on, developing, getting better, and playing great basketball and having that harmonious type of energy around his team. I'm with him on that. I'm not going to lie to you, because I think the narrative has changed drastically in regards to sports. Like, we look down at people that don't win championships. And to me, that doesn't make sense. You can be the best at your job. You can do everything you can to succeed and excel and rise. Sometimes it just doesn't happen. You're just another employee. You're just another good worker that has held the company down. So why should we look down upon guys like Charles Barkley, Patrick Ewing? The list goes on. Then when a guy does win one, well, you need to win two, because you have to be in a stratosphere of all the greats that have multiple. Why? It's hard to just win one, much less win multiple. Nobody's going to be Michael Jordan and go 6-0 in the finals. That'll never happen again. You're going to see more guys like LeBron that end up getting to the finals a bunch of times, and maybe they lose more than they win, because getting to the NBA finals is not easy. Winning an NBA finals is not easy. Yeah, it was easy for Golden State. They made it look easy because they stacked the deck. But winning championships in any sport is not easy. So why should we look down at the guys that don't? Why should we elevate the guys that do? We should just look at them and say, hey, kudos to them. They had a great team. They may be a little better than this guy, but not to say that the other guy's career isn't just as valuable. You look at Reggie Miller's career. Reggie Miller got to one NBA championship, one finals, and lost. Does that mean that Reggie Miller is not one of the greatest players that ever played this game? One of the greatest shooters to ever play this game? No. So what does it matter how many rings he has? I think it's one of those nothing conversations, or it's a tiebreaker situation where you're comparing two guys that are very similar. They have, identical numbers, almost identical numbers. And the tiebreaker is, well, this guy won a championship, so you got to give him the nod. Why? Barry Bonds never won a World Series. Neither did Ken Griffey Jr. And I consider those two guys the best baseball players I've ever seen. Bar none. I don't care what Mike Trout does. I don't care if Derek Jeter would have won 9 rings. I don't care about all the other guys before my time, Yogi Berra and those guys. Respect to those players, great players, but they don't hold a candle to Barry Bonds and Ken Griffey to me. And those guys have no rings. So I think it's time for the narrative to kind of just go back to appreciating what we see and stop comparing championships and how many times this guy got to the finals. It's just, come on. Everybody's not going to win titles, but that doesn't mean that they're not legit. Now, we can have other conversations in regards to why they didn't win titles and are they that type of player to elevate a franchise. Those are different conversations, but that's fine. Those are healthy conversations to have. But to just look at a guy and say, hey, he's disqualified because he has no championships, I'm done with those conversations. We can have more in-depth conversations in regards to why we feel that this guy didn't win, the team, the organization, the teammates that he had, the decisions that he made on the court in certain playoff rounds or whatever. That's fine. But to just say that a guy ain't legit because he doesn't have jewelry, I'm not with that anymore. And I think that's the reason why you started to see guys flock and create super teams, because that narrative changed. It wasn't like that in the 90s. It wasn't like that in the early 2000s, where guys were like, well, if you don't have a championship, nothing really matters. It matters in certain organizations. Like if you go to the Lakers, you're expected to bring home a title at certain points in your career. Same thing with the Celtics. It's not like that for the Knicks. It's not like that for the Suns. It's not like that for the Timberwolves and all those other teams that haven't been back to a final or won titles at all. Like, the expectation is not that high. If it happens, oh, great. It's a story to be told. But if the guy doesn't do it, we shouldn't look at him as a failure or he's less than, because that's nonsense. And maybe if we didn't do this, maybe Durant wouldn't go to Golden State. Maybe he would have stayed in Oklahoma City. Or maybe he would have went to Washington. Maybe he would have went home. Or maybe he would have decided to go somewhere else and create a new challenge for himself. But the pressure of winning an NBA championship that the media puts on people, that fans put on people because the narrative has changed, that's what pushed a guy like Kevin Durant, who is very sensitive to critics and what people say about him, to Golden State. And then he realized when he got the championship, okay, it's not what I played the game for. It's great. It's an achievement. It's what we strive to do, but it's not the end-all, be-all. So I agree with Kevin Durant with that. And hopefully at some point, whether it be next decade or maybe earlier than that, I'm hoping that narrative just goes away. And we just start to look at guys for who they are, what they're doing for their franchises, and just enjoy basketball again and not care about, well, this guy has this ring, this guy has X amount of rings, so this person must be better. Like, what? It's just a dumb conversation. And we're all guilty for it. The media's guilty for it. All the talk shows are guilty for it. But it needs to stop because it's really a nothing conversation. Coming up after the break, phone a friend. I have a headache already. I really do. On a Saturday, it's all even. I've had so many people tell me that Anchor is great. Anchor is this, Anchor is that. But I have to tell you, man, those people were right. If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or your computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your own podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Why wait? Get at it now. Welcome back, y'all. So now to my favorite segment, Phone a Friend.
Call him up, 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 call him up. We competing for a reason, trying to stay undefeated, yeah. Call him up, 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 call him up. Next game of the season, going live with all leaving, yeah.
Who we have on the show today is a very good friend of mine. I've known him for over 20 years. It's ridiculous how long I've known this man. I already have a headache. I know it's coming. I know it's gonna be crazy. This is gonna be one of those off the wall conversations, but you know, definitely proud of my man. He's doing a lot of stuff. Welcome to the show, Jerry Davis.
Yeah, yes, sir. What's going on, man?
I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling. How's everything with you, man?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm over here in 90-degree weather in sunny LA.
Come on, don't rub it in. Don't rub it in. Don't do that.
Yeah, the palm trees look good over here, man.
Like you come from New York. Have some respect, man. Don't do that.
Oh, I love Brooklyn all my life, but you know what? I'm over here chilling. You know what I mean? Y'all come catch me on side.
Right. So, you know, you have an interesting career path. Like, you know, a video editing and production under your belt. And you're an aspiring actor as well. So kind of talk about that. Like, you know, what made you finally decide to step into that realm in regards to being an actor? Because, you know, I've been telling you this since you were about, I don't know, 15, 16 years old. I've been telling you that you're missing your calling. So, you know, kind of talk to me about that a little bit.
Yeah, man. I mean, you know, this has always been first love. I've known that. You know, I was supposed to go to like professional performing arts school.
Yeah.
You know, I ended up at St. John's with you, and it was good because I was in the drama club there. You know, I would just do that after I would like tear up the hallways.
Right.
But I was in drama club too. But it's always been number one. Even if I like diverge from it, it always brings me back. So I started thinking about like behind the scenes and like our portrayal of us, you know, on screen. So what we could do about that. So I wanted to dabble and be multifaceted. So when I went to college, I learned about the camera, you know, got my media degree. I learned how to edit and stuff like that, you know, story structure. And I was working for years, like, you know.
Yeah, man, you was grinding.
Yeah, just grinding, freelance, you know, freelance camera, freelance editor. It let me into a lot of doors, and that was good. But I think now today, you know, I just like, you know, I'm focusing on one thing, which is my first love, because it keeps bringing me back.
Right. It always brings you back. It's the same thing with me with this sport thing. It's like, you know, I would try to do this, and then I try to do that, and then it'd be like, nah, I gotta keep doing this. You know what I mean? So I've known my calling for a while. You've known your calling for a while, and like, you know, it's time to kind of kick that door down, man. So I'm glad to see that you're actually you know, working towards that. And the fact that you were on, what was it, Deal or No Deal? Like you was on that, bro, that was great. That was great. Like watching that and seeing you there with that King Tut stuff on.
Yeah, I think I represented myself well, even though I made the wrong decision.
Yeah, yo, bro, you listen, you disappointed the fam, you disappointed your friends. You ain't getting no cash. Like I was so disappointed with you.
No, I disappointed myself. I mean, I think they gave me the winning ball.
Yeah.
I can remember Wayne Brady looking at me like, no, like no. But it was fun. I got to showcase myself. Yeah. I got to meet the master improv, which is Wayne Brady, man. Yeah. And he liked me. So, you know, all I'm doing is manifesting. We're gonna meet again. Don't worry.
Facts. Now, like, so, you know, situations like that, do you get to speak to people, or is it just kind of like, you know, you're out there, you're doing your thing and you're going? Like, were you able to interact with certain guys and kind of, you know, get some tips or whatever it was?
Well, and Deal or No Deal, that's kind of difficult now because of the COVID.
Right.
They shooing people away like, yo, stay over there. We sure you stay in your own little pod. Yeah. But I think the interactions with like the producers and stuff, like, you know, the talks and things, they got to know who you were. Even prior to coming on the show, you do an interview and do video, and my interview was going for like almost 2 hours, like, you know, just because, you know, they were like, yeah, So that's what I'm saying. I think they like pass me the ball, but you know, whatever. I don't know the inner workings of the deal or no deal. Everything is fair because I came out with 0.
Right. But listen, man, you know, you've always been a captivating figure in you know, in our circle. You know how it is. Like you're the entertainment, and everybody else sees that too. So, you know, it's only a matter of time, my dude, before I see you on one of these programs. I'm just gonna be laughing constantly.
yeah.
Because I'm like, yo, that's my man. That's my man right there. So it's like, you know, I'm expecting it. Nobody's gonna be shocked when we see it. It's gonna be like one of those situations, you know what I'm saying? Where it's just like everybody else, oh my God, that's Jerry. I'm like, yeah, that's Jerry. That's where he's supposed to be at. You know what I'm saying? Like it took this long, but he's supposed to be there. That's where he's supposed to be.
I'm on the right path. You know, I made the trip out here. I'm 3 years down, man.
Yeah.
I got my feet wet.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm willing to make y'all proud, man.
Nah, definitely, man. You already making us proud, so don't worry about that, man. I mean, I would have rather you have some money after the show, but yeah, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. We'll forget about that. I'll write that off.
Right.
But you know, let's go ahead and go into some sports here, because you know you are obsessed with LaMelo Ball, and I don't understand why. You know, I don't get it. Now he's good. I ain't gonna hold you. He's good. Like from the open, I remember even before the season started, you were in my ear like, yo, man, the LaMelo Ball, man, like he gonna be the dude. I'm just like, listen, just wait. I need to see more. I need, you know, he'd have one good game. Yo, you see that LaMelo Ball game? What's up, man? And I'm just like, yo, easy, man. Like, can I at least get 10, 15 games under my belt to be able to make up my mind about him? 10, 15 games coming. Yo, LaMelo Ball, rookie of the year. So what is your obsession with this young man? What is it?
I mean, other than that, you know, breakdown that you did, this game later, all these games later, he did good. But yeah, man, you know, nobody ever celebrates insight, man. Like I got the insight. I seen him that first, well, way back then when he was 3 Ball brothers, you know. Which I love. I love the whole black family, like big baller brand. I'm with Jay-Z, Brooklyn. You know what he said, yo, you can't put a price on things, or you can't tell them what you think.
No, that's respect. Yeah, I respect that.
So you know, I bought into that. So I wanted them to you know to prevail. So Lonzo, he's good, but he's a little too soft for me. But, you know, I respect him. Jello, we gonna skip over Jello.
Jello,
no disrespect, Jello. No disrespect.
Jello, like Wednesday in the Addams Family. That's what he is.
That's what I tell him. Oh man, we just gonna skip over that.
Can't get right.
Okay. Melo shows promise out of all of them. It's almost like, you know, he saw the sins of the father. He saw the sins of the brother and the other brother, and then he meshed it to make his own. And he has spunk. You know, he has that oomph. Yeah. And that's what I love, man. He ain't afraid to get up out there. So when he go ahead.
Yeah, well, I mean, I hear you. The thing that I always respected about LaVar Ball is that, like you said, he's there for his family. He got his kids in the right path. Like they're not bad children. You're like all 3 of them are not bad kids. Obviously, Jello has some hiccups, but he's not a bad kid. You know what I'm saying? But we
robbed the store, right?
Yeah, for some sunglasses in China, bro. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Like, you could have easily got your hand cut off and put in jail, and nobody would have found you. Nobody would have found you. You know what I'm saying? But you know, he would always say that, listen, Lonzo's good, but I'm telling y'all, Melo's the best. Melo's gonna be the best. And he's been saying that from day one. And what we saw out of LaMelo in the little time that he was playing, man, until he got hurt, yo, the kid can ball, man. The kid is really good. He's really, really good. I'm not gonna dub him a superstar yet, but he has the potential to be there. So, you know, I gotta give you some credit. I have to give you a little bit of credit to, you know, the fact that you.
But I think that he's done enough to still be rookie of the year.
No, you can't be rookie of the year playing 2 games. You can't be rookie of the year playing 2 games. All right,
cut it out, man.
Rookie of the year is Anthony Edwards or Tyrese Halliburton. It's one of those 2 guys that's gonna win the rookie of the year. That's it.
I give you more love with Halliburton. You know what I'm saying? Because he got the the passing and assisting. And
So
stuff
what's your beef with Anthony Edwards, man?
No, look.
Kid put up 40 the other night.
Look, he he is the number one pick and stuff. Let me go down some stats so we can give him some love and stuff. Yo, he 23 points a game. Yo, he got that 42 point career high. Yo, it dominated. And I know what it is to be like a showstopper and a flashy guy with these dunks and domination. But you know what I'm saying? Like, what's really his stats? Like the average?
His average is 17 for the season. So,
right.
So he's been playing very well over like a 20 game span right now. Right. So, he's showing the trajectory of a rookie. Like, they'll struggle early on, they'll get their legs, and now he understands how the NBA game is. It's kind of slowing down to him. So, that's basically what we're seeing. We would have probably saw the reverse for Melo. Who knows? The way he started, he would have started hot. And maybe towards the end of the season, because he's playing so many games, he's not used to playing so many games, he would have probably kind of got back down to the pack. Not saying he's a bad player, but, there's an ebb and flow for rookies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I get that. And it's going to be the unending conversation of like, we don't know if he would have slowed down. You don't know. But I think that he showed what he needs to work on, which is you need to learn how to fall. That's first of all. You need to learn how to fall. But he started off very lukewarm. You know what I mean? Anthony Edwards, he fumbled a lot in the beginning, but this guy started lukewarm and then got hot fast. You know what I'm saying? So I think that right there already gives him an edge above, right? Now you want to talk about like he averaged like 16 points, but he got 6 assists, 6 rebounds, but he's the first rookie in this class that's getting 7 double-doubles? He got 7 double-doubles this season. Yeah. And
look. All of those stats that you read off to me, Jerry.
Yo, I'm just saying.
All those are great. But I'm gonna tell you right now, him playing 5 games ain't going ain't gonna win him no rookie of the year. All right. He can be able to he can win comeback player of the year next year or most improved. He can have that. But he ain't getting no rookie of the year. That's Anthony Edwards. That's Anthony Edwards award, or that's Tyrese Halliburton's award. We ain't talking about no Melo right now, okay? Melo is done for the year, so he need to sit down like you need to sit down and watch Anthony Edwards ball.
What do we hold on to here? Like we need to get back to the basics of like basketball. Everybody wants to see this guy dunking and he being all cocky to the reporters, like, yeah, well, I can do it, like, and all that stuff with his little country voice and stuff. But yo, what about this dude that's shooting threes out the basket, hitting clutch games? I mean, he has 81 3-points made already. Lonzo at the end of his rookie career only had 90, and it's not even over right now.
Well, listen, we all know that Lonzo Ball is now referred to as LaMelo's brother. That's just the way it is. Like we don't. Lonzo is just like the disappointing older brother. Like, I mean, like LeVar must look at him and be like, I failed you, and now I have to redeem myself with LaMelo Ball because he's a special child. It's perfect. On the other hand,
it's Jedi stuff, man.
But I kid, but there is something to that because Lonzo, he's been a Laker. Right. It didn't work out there. He got traded, obviously, for Anthony Davis. Now we're hearing that the Pelicans want to move on from him.
Yeah. So
it's like, you've had a couple coaches in your career that they're not too fond of you. Luke Walton, Alvin Gentry. Now you have Stan Van Gundy. I'm sure Stan Van Gundy doesn't really have a problem with him, but what is Lonzo's value in a free agent market? Like he's underperformed in regards to the totality of his career. He's having a good season this season, but he's only averaging like 5 assists a game or something like that. That's not good for a guy that was pegged to be the next Jason Kidd or the next like transcendent point guard.
Magic Johnson.
Yeah, like, I mean? It's just like, Magic Johnson was over here drinking something when he's like, hopefully one day his number is going to be in what?
That's what happens at old age, you know what I'm saying? You just say stuff.
And nobody checks you when you old because you old and you got, all right, cool, that's Magic Johnson. We ain't gonna say nothing to
It's
like,
Magic, baby.
Right, exactly. It's Magic, baby. Like we ain't gonna challenge him on his point. But I remember when he said it, I was just like, huh? Like, no.
Yeah.
So, I don't know what the future holds for Lonzo, but his future is not as bright as LaMelo Ball's.
Not at all, yo. Not at all. I remember he had Melo had that big golden hair, that golden mane,
right.
Like the sun. Yeah,
a little kid just with a mouthful of braces.
Of braces.
Yeah.
He's a golden child. 100 points that he made one time. Come on,
but
boy.
it's cool though. Like what I like about Melo is that we've seen him as a child, and like it's kind of like Kobe Bryant. When Kobe Bryant got to the league, Kobe was 17. He was a baby. We saw him grow into an adult as a man, as a father, as one of the greatest players of all time. RIP to Kobe Bryant. But LaMelo, not saying he's going to be Kobe, but we're going to be able to see this kid grow up in front of our eyes. Like,
that's right.
And for his entire career, like we've been through all of it to the point where, he's in high school, he went overseas, he was taken out of school and all of that stuff. And now he's in the NBA, and he proved in the time that he was playing that he can be here legit. Like he
made the accolades.
Guy. Right.
He made the accolades, and he's even continuing to make the accolades. I mean, he's in the conversation of the Chris Pauls and stuff because as far as his rookie season,
listen, you got
you know what I'm saying, compared to their rookie season, he's in the league.
You got to slow down now, okay?
I'm just saying, yo, his plus minus is far better than any other rookie too.
Yeah, his plus minus is pretty legit. Yes.
So I will agree. He's in that. Yo, who's the greatest rookie?
Yo, listen, hold on. Before you continue, don't be coming on my show spitting about no plus minus over here, bro.
I'm just saying.
Don't come over here trying to embarrass me on my own show. I don't appreciate it. I don't like it. You know what I mean?
I gotta hold my beds down, yo.
Yo, you came prepared. I ain't gonna lie to you, son. Much respect. I respect this right now. He came with his stats. He came with all this stuff. So all right. I'm gonna give you your LaMelo Ball. He's legit.
That's my boy.
He's legit, but he ain't winning no rookie of the year. All right, that's over. That's over.
You know what? It'll be circumstantial. Like, oh, he would have won rookie.
Right.
So it's circumstantial. But let's see if Adam Silver. Let's see if he do the great thing. He been doing the right thing ever since.
Listen, you don't be trying to needle Adam Silver to give LaMelo no rookie. I mean, because I don't see it that way. I think he had.
I'm writing a letter.
Yeah, I think if you want to give him anything, I think you can make him first team all rookie. Even though he didn't play the entire season, I think he still deserves first team all rookie based on the impact that he had on that team, because we're talking about the Charlotte Hornets.
I know
that were a legit team in the East. Like, they weren't beating the Nets or anybody like that, but they were a viable team as a playoff team. So before he went down. So, his impact is really legit. So, this franchise may have found their franchise guy.
Oh, yeah. Jordan is very happy. I think he found his family. Yeah.
Well, I mean, Jordan finally picked the player correctly. Like that's why he's happy. Like, man, I didn't.
He can't be good in everything.
I didn't screw this one up. Yeah, I'm happy about that. Like, you know what I mean? With his mom jeans that he wears all the time.
Yeah, I'm telling you, and those are Jordans too.
Jordan's outfit, his fits be upsetting. Like they are very offensive.
It fits his age, yo.
Nah. I don't know no old man that dressing like that. I don't know. Like most of them, they got their shirt tucked into their pants and stuff, and they wear the shoes and the jeans. But the big baggy mom jeans that he be wearing, and they be cut too. He be having cuts in them. Yeah. I don't understand it. I don't get what's going on with him. But hey, it's MJ. There's like we said with Magic, we can't challenge the legend, right?
I don't know.
But
hilarious. You know, the Hornets used to be my favorite team. Back when
Baron Davis.
Baron Davis, Larry Johnson. I used to be like grandmama.
Right. So I see how you you still have some Hornet ties, and now
Yeah.
LaMelo's over there. Okay, I understand. I get it.
Yo. Yeah, I can't shake it. We love the Nets. We love the Knicks. But I can't shake it. I always loved them for some reason.
Hey, listen, I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna tell you that I love the Nets and the Knicks. You already know. You in LA, that's what I love. That's my team. That's my team.
Yeah. Oh, I'm Laker Nation. Once I open this window, they gonna hear me. Laker Nation.
That's it. Now let's talk about the Lakers a little bit. LeBron James has been hurt. Anthony Davis has been hurt. They've had a rough season in regards to injuries. Do you think that when they come back, that they're going to be the number one team again? Do you think that that's the team to beat, or do you think that power structure or that power shift has switched to Brooklyn?
Oh, nah. I see Brooklyn as like ravishing dogs. Like, what I'm saying? Like, we got this good team and we coming for you. But we sit on the crown, baby. I think this time with AD and LeBron out, I think it's their time to like mesh. You know what I'm saying? So they could get something going. So their confidence could be up to match what AD and LeBron is gonna bring. So hell yeah, this is the king. Like if I could say this in one sentence, it'd be like, yo, yes, because LeBron's there. Right. And then you got AD. So like, I don't even know how I could go on from that.
Yeah. No, definitely.
Schroeder's looking good. What's his name? Terrell. Big.
Yeah, Harold. Yep.
Yeah.
You got Harold. You got Drummond now, who had a good game the last outing.
Yeah, if it's toe all right.
Nah, he's good. Yeah, he's good. Kyle Kuzma, I can't stand Kyle Kuzma, but he's
off and on too much.
Yeah, Kyle Kuzma is just, and then his outfits too be just all over the place. So that just kind of like puts me in a spot where I really dislike him. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's a final straw. I don't like it.
Yeah, man. It's just like I can't get jiggy with you, man. I can't do it.
I'm liking it, man. I think they the ones to beat, man.
Yeah,
The Clippers, I know that.
Nah, definitely ain't the Clippers. Like I said, I always say that the Clippers have more things to worry about than basketball. They got to worry about how to organize the space heaters and the dehumidifiers in the basement. They got to make sure that all the first down bubble jackets are there. They don't have any mold. You know what I'm saying? Because it's very hard to play basketball in practice when you got mold down there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you ever been in a basement that's moldy? It makes your head spin. You know what I'm saying? So,
not good for your health.
Yeah, they got a lot of stuff to worry about over there, man. So, hopefully they can be able to get it together. Rondo can be able to tell them, listen, don't stay down here too long. You know what I'm saying? Like, just make sure you get some air, a couple hours a day, just get to the surface.
Rondo's the one.
You know what I mean? So, but I want to talk about too, this whole Draymond Green situation.
Dummy.
You already know. It's leaning that way. You know what I'm saying? It's leaning that way. My thing is, with Draymond, who told this man that he is the ambassador or the liaison for social issues or hot topics, or who's asking Draymond any questions like this? Like, all right, he's saying that, the women, they have to, they got to trailblaze their own way and they got to, kick the doors down and all that stuff. But it's like, if you're not helping them do what they have to do or be put in front of the people that they have to be put in front of, because if say Diana Taurasi, who's one of the WNBA legends that's still currently playing, or Sue Bird, they go sit down with somebody, they don't have the cachet that even a Draymond Green has. So if Draymond is sitting there with those players, it now gives them more validity, more respect, more of a stature where they got to look at them and say, okay, cool. Draymond is sitting with these ladies. Okay, in order for us to get Draymond, we gotta make sure that we make these people whole as well.
Right.
That's the responsibility of these NBA players. Not I took to Twitter, I took to YouTube and made a video about, the NBA players, they can be able to donate some money or whatever it is. That's all hearsay, that's opinionated. That's not anything. You know what I'm saying? But what is really something is that you have a responsibility to level these women up. You have a responsibility to put them in situations where they can be able to succeed and get these get these deals, broker these deals. And if you're not doing that, shut up.
Right.
Don't talk about it. Nobody want to hear about Draymond Green talking about these stuff, because at the end of the day, you making $20 million a year and you averaging 4 points, 5 rebounds, and 7 or something like that. Like, you're not doing nothing, bruh. They got women out there that are playing way better than you that are making way less. So if you're not helping, just shut up.
Yeah, I definitely agree. First of all, who mans is this?
I don't know.
Who mans is
Who
this?
mans is that, man?
I never liked when Draymond opened his mouth.
Ever.
So but when I was looking at the interview, it's almost like he's mansplaining. He's
Right.
mansplaining to a bunch of women, which is like, you need to do your own research. But because these women, you're not an expert in anything,
Right.
that's over what they're doing. Like their expertise on what's going on is far greater than yours, I'm assuming. So but as far as like what to do for real, I do think players need to rally together and make like a proposition like that. Like, if you get me, then you need to get like 3 of them.
Right.
But it don't need to stop there. It should be an NBA thing.
That's
You know
what
what I'm saying?
that's my argument. Like, I feel that the NBA now, like I said, I don't know the inner workings. I don't know how much the NBA helps from what they don't do. I'm just looking at it from an optics standpoint that, why can't they put something in their collective bargaining to be able to have some funds put aside for the WNBA in case they need it? Like a stimulus package or like a bailout package, like where they need an influx of income, they can be able to have that from the NBA. Like, we're not specialists here. I'm not in those rooms.
Right.
I don't know, but I'm just saying that they can't let the WNBA fail. It can't fail because
it's a part of you. It's y'all
right. It's a part of the brand, and it's also probably one of the few places that women can play basketball. Like, obviously women are still playing overseas and stuff like that, but like in the United States, they need a home, and they have this home. They've the WNBA is what, 25 years in now, and it needs to stick around. So there's a lot of things that needs to happen, and whoever has to help, keep them afloat and have them progress into the next generation, and that's what needs to happen. I don't care how it happens, it just needs to happen.
I remember you saying, taking 3 of them and making it, an NBA thing.
Yeah.
But like, I'm putting more pressure on these sponsors and these companies. I think I like putting the money to the side, but like, like, they need representation. Like, expanding the importance of that representation and putting it into the targets and stuff. Well, like, where are they? If you want Draymond, like, I definitely got 5 more girls that would be more enjoyable than Draymond. Like,
Right.
Whoever want Draymond, that's like the freaking ladder right there.
Right. Yeah, bro, it's facts. Like, the problem that the WNBA has, there's a lot. The first thing is that they only play like 3 or 4 months out of the year.
Right.
So think about that. You're promoting these women for 3 or 4 months out of the year, and then when the season's over, the promotion stops. The advertising stops. The marketing stops. You don't see these women until a month or 2 before the season, and things start to ramp up again. Like, that's a problem. We don't forget about our star athletes year round. LeBron James is everywhere. Movies, he's there. He's on advertisements. Like, he's everywhere. That's what needs to happen. But at the same time, you need sponsorship. You need income. You need stuff to be able to fund those things.
I like to be the first to say that I would love them to have a reality show about the WNBA.
Yo, something, man.
Total Divas Live.
Right. Total Divas Live did so much for wrestling in regards to, like, getting that crowd that likes the reality shows to be into it. You know what I'm saying? They had something there. The WNBA needs to now try to do things outside of the box to generate more attention, generate more income. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? So also too, this is another point that I wanted to ask you, or a question I wanted to ask you. We put all the responsibility on the NBA, the men, but we always hear women out there and say that, listen, you got to respect us. We can do these things too, blah, 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 all of that stuff. Okay, cool. Respect. But how much of the women are actually supporting the WNBA? Because anecdotally, I can tell you that the women that I speak to don't watch it. They watch the NBA. They don't watch the WNBA. So where's the disconnect there? Like, if you want women empowerment, women power, all that stuff, okay, cool. But you're not supporting your own women when they're playing. I don't get that.
Yeah, that's a very fair question. I think the two problems are related. You know, I think when you mold the society one way, it's hard because you're gonna be on the outside. You're gonna you one of the outsiders that still held on to something that society has already made an opinion about. You know what I'm saying? So when we start putting more attention to WNBA, more stuff like if it be a reality show or if it be like more endorsements, like I want to see you on more commercials and stuff like that, it starts to change the mind of everyone. You know what I mean? It's not like that. I don't think it's more like they're like just like, oh, I don't support my women. But now I say to your point, like, yeah, they should do that and they should keep those stuff in mind. But I think it's just like society of everyday life is just like, yo, NBA, but there's nothing that's in your face that's saying WNBA.
Right. No, that's true. That's very
it's
true.
about you and it's about women and it's about us. You know.
Nah, so that's a fair point, and I agree with that. Also, too, what I said is that the way that the WNBA needs to now move forward to really get traction is that they may need to get out of these big cities. I think if you think about, let's take New York for an example, right? Because we can't use the Sparks because the Sparks are legit. Like, the Sparks are a thing in Los Angeles. You know what I mean? Like, people don't love them like the Lakers, obviously, but they love them a little bit more than the Clippers. I'll tell you that much. I'll tell you that much. Like, the Sparks are legit. But let's just take New York, for instance, right? You got the New York Liberty,
right?
They've never won a championship, got close a couple times, but who are they in competition with in their own city? The Nets, the Knicks, the Jets, the Giants, the Yankees, the Mets, the Rangers, the Islanders. There's so many different sports that they're way at the bottom. They're way at the bottom. So how are they supposed to move up the pecking order in their own city? They can't. Now, if they were in a city like Virginia, if they were in a city like any one of these towns that Connecticut has a team, but like if they weren't in these small markets that don't have any professional sports, like they just have a baseball team, like a high school sports or college sports or whatever, or even if they don't have college, they just have high school, and you put the WNBA in that town or that city, that would be the biggest thing in that town or that city, because that's the only professional game in town. So they would dominate in advertisement locally. The TV deals would be better because that's their professional team. They're going to put all of their resources into that team. That's what the WNBA needs to do. They need to get out of these big cities and go into these smaller markets that don't have any professional sports. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's an amazing point. Like, it's almost like a grassroots organic way to like really grow and on top. Yeah.
Right. Because the reason why I bring that up as an example, Jerry, is because I've seen it with baseball. Baseball has a minor league system, right? And most of the time the minor league teams are in these very small towns, small markets where they don't have a professional team. So the minor league team operates like a professional team for that small town or that small market. It's an event. Families go there. They have big events there. Everybody wears the uniforms. Everybody knows the players. Outside of that town now, they don't know who the hell those players are. But in that town, those players are God. They're God. They're idols. They're role models for the kids that are growing up. That's what the WNBA needs to do. They need to go to these small markets with no professional teams, and they can be able to create gold, Jerry. I'm telling you.
I believe that. That's actually a great idea. I never even heard it before.
Yeah.
Great idea.
Yeah, man. Listen, the WNBA, they needs to call me. I'll be the commissioner. I give me a couple $100,000 a year. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that.
Great.
I mean, I ain't trying to be a millionaire. I'm just give me like 250 bands. I'm good.
You know what? I like that they added a WNBA star to Space Jam.
Yeah, that's legit.
Yeah,
Right.
I love that stuff, man.
Right.
I mean, well, soon they're gonna make a Space Jam starring a WNBA star.
I'm sure it's coming. You already know how Hollywood looks at stuff like that. Like they don't want to be the people that say, okay, we're not gonna do this. No, they don't want to deal with that. So I'm sure they're coming to them and say, hey, you guys want to do the next Space Jam?
Yep.
Like you have to have a woman Space Jam. So
yes, insight, brothers, insight.
Definitely. Now, I want to get your opinion on the Deshaun Watson situation.
Now, what happened? Hold on, refresh me.
All right, here's what's going on. Deshaun Watson, quarterback of the Houston Texans, has been unhappy with the organization for a while. He wants out. They didn't want to trade him. You know, they hired new coaches. They hired all of that. He don't care. He still wants to go. Then, shortly after, we start hearing about these allegations of Deshaun Watson having some improper encounters with people that massaged him. So, you know, he would have erections or, force these women to do things that they don't want to do. This one woman said that, he forced her to give him oral sex and then she was so scared that she defecated on herself and a whole bunch of nonsense. Like, listen, I'm not going to say that it's a lie, they capping or nothing, but, but that led to another allegation and then another allegation, and another allegation. He's up to like 24.
Oh my gosh.
And here's the funny part. He had 18 more massage therapists say that, oh, he was a gentleman, nothing happened, he wasn't. So just let's talk about numbers here. We had 24 that have said that, something happened. So that I think there's 22 civil cases. I think there's 2 criminal right now.
Wow.
And 18 that said that everything went smooth. That's 41 massage therapists or people that are massaging you. How many people you need to massage you, Jerry? And the whole thing is he hitting people up in the DMs asking them. So he's just asking regular women to just massage them. Like, what do all women that are just like out of college that just got their degrees and something like that?
I heard that part. Yeah.
So he's wilding. Like 41. Like I know people who get massages on the regular, and when they like somebody, they say, "Okay, cool. I want to just be
right.
This is exclusive." You 41? What are we talking about here?
Yeah, Dad. I don't want badmouth him, but that sounds like some Epstein stuff, man.
Bro, I'm telling you, man. Like, I've seen pictures out there. The internet is undefeated.
Yeah.
Like I saw them do a mashup of R. Kelly and Deshaun Watson.
Oh man, yeah. They put it on his face. I seen that too.
Listen. I'm not gonna go that far, man. But if these 2 criminal cases, those are big, man. Those are big.
Yeah, I think you laid it out. Like there's 41. That's right. That's first. What I'm saying? Even those 18 are saying no, but you got 24 that's saying yes. That means like when you first started this, I was like, oh yeah, they paid them off. The NFL paid them off. Whatever. They trying to get a check. But 24? Yeah, I don't think so. And then shoot, I don't want to be shallow, but how them 18 look? I don't want to do that because I know but it's very fishy. And you even what you said, like you even like going through that much masseuse during that time, and how you going about it, like it's all fishy, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like you just hitting people up randomly in the DM, like, hey, you want to massage Deshaun Watson? Like what do you
like?
Doing?
Yo,
like,
I get, you're a football player and stuff like that.
What I'm saying is that why are you doing the footwork? Like, Derek Jeter played for 20-something years, and he was out there slinging it, Jerry. I'm talking about slinging it. I know people that used to, set up his car services. And he
Right.
used to have, women come through and all that. But you never heard of nothing. Why? Because Derek Jeter handled his business. He made sure that whatever situation happened, there was an agreement. There was no foul play or anything like that. The women didn't feel uncomfortable. They had a good time. And then, he was giving them an autographed Derek Jeter jersey and ball and like, go make
But
some
he's
money
not
over that.
sick. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's like, and here's the real part that bothers me is because Deshaun Watson is a black man, right?
Yeah.
Young black man, 25 years old. He's had a squeaky image to this point. Like mom had cancer in high school. His he's given money to charity. He's been just a model citizen, respected. And now this comes out, like whether the civil cases get dropped and the criminal cases get dropped, the stigma will always be there. Yep. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's like dudes that get charged for rape and they the case gets thrown out or whatever it is. Like that stigma is still with you. Like you never get rid of that. Like you remember when, Kobe Bryant died and what's her name? Gail. Well,
it was one of those ladies that
she was over here talking about, well, his legacy is about like he never did nothing, but just the stigma alone as a man never leaves you. You know what I'm saying? And at some point, even if the NFL suspends him, he will be back in football. You know what I'm saying? But what his image will be going forward, it'll never be the same. It'll never be the same. He'll never be the darling that he once was because Beats pulled out of his sponsorship. Nike has paused his sponsorship. So anybody else that he has endorsement deals with, I'm sure they paused there or they're getting ready to do it as well. So life for him is going to be very different. Now, granted, he's still paid, he's still rich.
Right.
But what he thought this would be is not what it's going to be. Like it's going to be a lot of ridicule. It's going to be a lot of side eye. It's going to be a lot of, him trying to repair his image. And can he? I really don't know if he can because I don't know anybody that has been wrapped up in the Me Too situation has ever got a chance to repair their image. Like, I don't think Aziz Ansari has rebounded for what happened to him. And nothing, and he did nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like he did nothing. So we talking about a dude that's in DMs and possibly did something like that. Right. I don't think there's no coming back from that, man.
Yeah, and just the evidence is just too crazy. I mean, you got that 18, but you don't know. With people that's sick, it's a bunch of things that could have he not did what he did to the other team before, But
right.
It's crazy, man. I'm sorry to hear it happened to a black man, but a creep is a creep.
Yeah, exactly. And that's my thing. It's like, I hate when our black men have to go through stuff like this. But at the end of the day, bro, like I said on my podcast a couple of weeks back, you gotta be better. Like you gotta see, when you're in a situation that you're making a lot of money and you're a high profile like individual, whether you're an athlete, whether you're an actor, whether you're a CEO, whatever it is, when you're in the public eye and people are watching you, you gotta move differently. You can't move like how you was moving when you didn't have no money. You gotta move different because the one little slip up, people are gonna screenshot your Twitter. They're gonna screen like it's a wrap for you. You know what I'm saying? Like if you have a bad encounter with a fan in a club, it's gonna get back to you. You know what I'm saying? Like all of these things. So you gotta surround yourself with better people. You have to make better decisions. You gotta learn from the mistakes of the people that came before you.
Right. And seek
you know
help.
What I'm saying? And see, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I feel bad for him, but at the same time, I don't because he put himself in that situation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You got to do better. You're absolutely right.
So, that's It is what it is, man. What?
Very, very, very unfortunate. I've been seeing it in the news and I heard bits and pieces, but damn, man.
Yeah, like I think there was even a report that he was over here hitting up some of the victims and trying to delete texts and all that. Like he's
Oh
wild,
man, yeah,
wilding.
he's very misinformed throughout life.
He don't know, man. He don't
You don't
know.
know no better.
He don't know, man. Poor guy. Poor guy.
I see. I think was he on that podcast? I Am Athlete.
He might have been. He might have been at so like probably before or whatever. But like since this whole like allegations have come out, he's been radio silent. Like the only like what he did. I don't know who gave him this advice, but when the first allegation came out, he took to Instagram and shamed the victim.
Oh wow.
Like he was like, oh, this is a money grab, blah, blah, blah. So whoever gave him that advice.
How old is he?
25, bro. 25, 26, something like that.
Actually, that's too old.
Right. You old, bro. You can't be acting like that. You old.
That's too old to act like that. He's like, I thought he was gonna be like 21, 22. Like,
nah, man.
Like, yo, this idiot. Like, but yeah, you should know a little better right now.
Facts.
Yeah. Wow. Man, these days have been crazy.
Yeah. Did you hear what Sony just did?
No, what was it?
Sony sold Spider-Man's IP to Netflix.
Really?
Guess how much Netflix bought it for?
How much?
$1 billion.
Oh, wow.
So they, they've had this icy relationship with Disney. And they literally sold Spider-Man's IP instead of to Disney to Netflix. So now if you want all your Spider-Man content, you got to go to Netflix instead of going to the main hub and Disney Plus where everything is. You got to go to Netflix.
Wow. That's insane. Like, and it seems kind of petty too.
Very.
Yeah.
Very.
So what's this gonna mean for like the future of like Marvel or
Well, I mean, it doesn't really mean much. It's just that they can be able to do the movies. They just can't put it on their network.
Well, now Netflix is
now Netflix is now the power broker for Spider-Man's IP. You know what I'm saying? It's like I don't know how they're gonna work that out, man. It's
that's very very interesting. I mean, it's not as much as interesting as DC world when they talk about Ray Fisher and stuff like that, and that's what when we was talking about DeShaun Jackson, I was thinking about that, like
yeah, like, let's go into that, man. Like that whole situation between Fisher and Whedon, like I don't even know how to like respond to it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, okay, they got Whedon from Marvel and he's supposed to be this great visionary.
Right.
But at the same time, it's like, yo, just because he's good at what he does doesn't mean that you got to allow him to disrespect people on set. Because that's what Fisher was saying, to how, he would say certain things to Fisher and Fisher would look at him and they would be like, oh, that's we don't want to make him upset. Fuck all that. Like, what we talking about? Like, make who upset? Like, he just wilded out.
Yeah, and I think the bigger thing is now, and I love this age that we're living in, is that now we have these means of social media and video cameras and things like that to really express ourselves, because this has always been the case in LA. And me just coming out here, I've already seen like, the demands, the do it or not, and the threatening of like, just ruining your career before you can even get it started.
Right.
And also the bigger thing is the portrayal of us and us speaking for ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Because I think there was one thing where he was saying, a black person wouldn't do that,
Right. Like,
but to a black person, you know what I'm saying? And this has always been the case. And now we're starting to shed the light on Hollywood with different things like the Weinsteins and things like that, and how that spreads around the world. But things like this, as fair and equal treatment in the workspace, because I think some of these directors want to be like, they want the clout that the actors have.
Of
You know what I'm
course.
saying? You know,
It's an ego thing.
yeah, they have this big ego, and it's like a push and pull, because he also got into it with Jeremy Irons.
Right. And he also got into it with what's her name?
Gal Gadot, yeah.
Yeah, Gal Gadot.
Yeah, he
like
had to go
like
up to the higher ups, you know.
right.
But everybody has to, like, you know, be menu and keep their job still, which is gonna take a lot of toll on your mental, you know.
Right, definitely, man.
I think it's sad, but I think that this all means that change is gonna come, and it's the same in sports. Like, you know, the different things that come into light because of social media, because people have, like, you know, the courage to speak out. You know, that's what's gonna make change. That we could all relate to something that we always related to, that could be the difference between now and the future. You know,
facts. Definitely, man. I agree with that 100%. Now, you know, you embarking on your own career, I'm sure that'll be known. Like, you ain't gonna you're not gonna tiptoe around certain things, man. So
right, and you have to check yourself every time too, and you have to be, like, you know, present, because, you know, when you want something so bad, you know, you might get blinded a little bit. You know, stuff starts going too fast, they're talking too fast, and there's nobody that's saying that you have a time limit to respond to something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, verbally, like, you know, if somebody's asking you a question, yo, take a breath, think about it, you know. And that's what I had to learn, you know, because you could just jump right into something, and you have to be like, damn, why did I do that? Now you portrayed yourself as something that you didn't want to have that out there.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Like, if I was embarking on a career like that you were doing right now as an actor, yo, listen, you can't pay me enough to kiss no dude on camera.
That's what you worry about.
Yo, that's not happening, bro. That's not happening. Like, yo, every time, I ain't gonna lie to you. Let me tell you something. I'm a huge fan of my man. Well, the dude that plays the Falcon. What's his name?
What's his name? Jag, man. Anthony Mackie.
Anthony Mackie.
Juilliard graduate.
Right. Juilliard graduate, real artist and all that stuff. I respect that man. I love that man. But when he did that the gay scene in the
you talking about Black, what's the thing?
In Black Mirror.
Black Mirror,
yeah. Like, every time I see him put on that Falcon uniform now, I'm like,
oh man, you know, and he did it to freaking Mr. Manhattan, Dr. Manhattan.
Right, you do it to Dr. Manhattan. You do it to, yo, come on, man. You do it to, what's my man name? Black Manta. Like, what are we doing?
Black Manta.
What are we doing here, man? You kissing Black Manta like that? What are we doing? Like, what am I supposed to think going forward when you trying to be a badass and Falcon? Like, that's gonna be in my head. Like, you gonna try to kiss the Winter Soldier? Is that what you gonna try to do? Like, no, I don't understand. I don't get.
With acting, like, you know, we're developing a character, and we have to, like, you know, draw from ourselves, you know, and connect that character. So, and we try not to take anything back, you know what I mean? You know, so I was in a play in college, and I played. It was the play was Philadelphia from the movie.
Okay.
And if you've seen it, I played Antonio Banderas' part. So
so you play the boyfriend, right?
Exactly. And I mean, we narrowed it down to, it was a kiss in the scene, but we narrowed it down to a kiss on the forehead. But it was cool because, you know, you get to connect with a side that you probably would never have, and then find out stuff about you. And it don't have to be about sexual orientation, but maybe your sensitivity, maybe your vulnerability. And
so all right. So
the best actor is the most vulnerable. I just want to,
if it was presented to you, you do it.
Right now, I don't think I want, like, my first big role
to be that.
Yeah. You know, and it's no shade. It's just like, you know, I don't want to, like, you know, be like, oh, this is who I am and this is all I am. You know what I mean? I want to show some range in my first character, see who I am. And then, but later down the line, I would love to be challenged like that, because it will be a challenge.
Okay.
And that's what it's all about, you know?
Hey, listen,
you gotta push out there. You gotta go hard.
I respect it.
The best actor is the most vulnerable.
You may be a better man than me to do that. All right. And as long as they
yet to be determined. We'll see.
And if they paying you $14 million, who am I to judge you? Who am I to judge you if they paying you the bag like that? I'm
just acting.
You know what I mean? I'm just here as a bystander. Like, hey, my man Jerry shouldn't have did that. Why you over here counting ducats? You over here.
Hey, look,
you know
we
I mean?
still look at Heath Ledger as the Joker, man.
That is true, but there is times where I watch that movie and I'm like, yo, he acted just as good Brokeback Mountain too, man. Like,
and it was good acting.
It's good acting, but come on, man.
But he topped it, and that's what
I
I
definitely did.
If I play gay, the next one I'm playing,
you got
top that. So you gonna remember me for the last thing I did. Like,
now,
what have you done for me lately?
who do you like? Who do you idolize as an actor or an actress? Like, is there anybody who you kind of like try to mirror?
Well, I always wanted to be like Jim Carrey. Like,
people, let me tell you something. People really don't understand the range that guy has.
Oh man,
like,
first of all, comedians I think make the best actors because going that range and just toning stuff down.
Yeah,
the difference between that and drama. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because you really are being dramatic, when somebody's they do all that, like you're being dramatic, you know what I mean? So if you tone that down, you're a drama, you know?
Right.
So, but I always wanted to be like Jim Carrey, I practice in the mirrors, like the face and doing this and doing that, how he would do this. So I love him, but I would like to focus on a woman, which is Viola Davis right now.
Yo,
oh my God.
Legit. Bro,
legit.
Like anytime she has a monologue, y'all be locked in like this. All right, cool. And I believe everything that comes out of my mouth.
Oh, that Ma Rainey, man. Oh my God, her and Chadwick. He really impressed me.
Yeah, Chadwick had it too. Chadwick had it too, man.
But I was just looking at Viola like a god. I was like, dang.
Like yo,
really embodied that.
The movie that really like sets her apart from a lot of people. Yo, it's Fences, bro.
Oh yeah, I actually performed Fences in college.
Yo, son, like she was like, that's the first time that I actually like I've seen her in other stuff before that, but that movie like really made me like, yo, she is.
Well, look who she was doing it with.
Right.
Right. That energy, you give what you get back. Like, so he give me something, you respond to that. You know what I'm saying? So if it's two great people that's connected and they're in their scene, they're gonna fucking create magic.
Right.
Man,
man,
we can all be so lucky.
Facts. Like hopefully you can be able to do a dialogue with Viola Davis one day.
Oh, I will.
Yeah. Trust me, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Listen, it's not like I'm not gonna see it because I'm gonna be right there on the red carpet. I'm gonna be backstage. I'm gonna be out here. I'm gonna be out here wilding. I'm not gonna lie to you, Jerry. Like once you get put on, can't nobody tell me nothing.
Word.
They can't be able to tell me nothing. Like, well, what do you do? I'm Jerry's friend. That's what I do. Like, I ain't gotta do nothing. Okay, I'm sitting here. Right. If you want to talk to him, you got to talk to me first. You know what I'm saying? So I can't wait for that. But before I let you get out of here, man, I like to play a little rapid fire with my guests.
Oh.
So I'll spit out some names here, and you'll tell me who's better. And it's just your opinion. I'm not gonna fight you on it. I'm not gonna fight you on it. I would want to, but I'm not gonna. Better point guard.
Okay.
LaMelo Ball or Chris Paul?
Come on now. You just want me to defame LaMelo Ball. Yeah, of course Chris Paul, man. He's actually my favorite point guard. Yeah.
Okay. Listen, I just had to get that out of there. I just had to get that out of the way.
That was dirty.
All right. Better defender, Kawhi Leonard or Scottie Pippen?
Hey, yo, I gotta go with the claw, yo. Ain't nobody got
the claw? Okay.
Yo, ain't nobody got that.
Big ass hand he got.
I'm telling you, and he's determined too, man.
Yeah, I don't root for any Clippers scum, but I'll respect your opinion. Better passer, Magic Johnson or LeBron James?
Magic Johnson. Yeah, I was pretty sure that I was gonna say Magic Johnson. I was like, Magic Johnson, yes.
Better score.
They get it from Magic. They get it from everything that LeBron did. I haven't seen. I seen Magic do. So
that's facts. That's facts.
When he do something crazy, like go through himself or something, then I'll say LeBron.
better. What was like? Oh, I was gonna say better scorer.
Mhm.
Michael Jordan or James Harden?
Carmelo Anthony. Nah. Damn. Ooh, man. Yo, right now, like, damn, they they've been talking about this too, like just the offense power of James Harden, man.
Yeah, we're not talking about his all-around game. We're just saying just
Yeah.
his scoring prowess. You know what I mean?
Yo, it's starting to look like at will right now. Like when I used to watch Jordan, it looked like a man really working hard, you know what I mean? But it looked effortlessly because he was nice.
Yeah.
But it was like, yo, I could see how he did that.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? Yo, James Harden, I'd be like, what the fuck was that? Yo, for real. I mean, and a lot of people, you can talk about Stephen Curry too. Like, yo, how did that?
Right.
You know what I mean? So as like, just shit like being like, oh my gosh, what the fuck? Like, instead of being like, wow, he's amazing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it depends on where we go with that. Like Jordan was amazing because you seen a man create something impossible. Then you see Harden, and then it's just like kind of unbelievable, which I don't know.
Don't try to circle talk me, Jerry. You pick one. Pick one.
Right.
All right.
My battery gonna die anyway, so I would just hurry up. Damn, yo, I'm gonna go with Harden because it just don't make no sense. Like it's
right, cool.
going down for no reason. You making these big 40-something, 50-something points all the time.
Yeah. Now that's respect. Who would you rather have, Steph Curry or Allen Iverson?
Damn, again, I don't like going over all these new people, but Steph Curry, yo. Because of how the game is now, too, it's like, yo, you want to want that shooter, man.
Yeah. All right, let me see. I'll give you two more and then we out of here. Better shooter, Ray Allen or Reggie Miller?
Oh, Reggie, man.
You going Reggie?
Yeah, Reggie, the 3-point king, man. I mean, from my age, yeah, my age has 3-point king. Ray Allen has done impressive work, but Reggie Miller, that's the Nick killer.
Yeah. Better defender, Draymond Green, Ben Wallace, or Dennis Rodman?
Oh, I do that too. It's dirty. Dennis Rodman was my favorite player. Damn, Ben Wallace though. Ben Wallace. Fuck Draymond. I mean, Draymond is a great defender, but fuck it right now.
You going Ben Wallace?
Yo, Ben Wallace was intimidating also. Like, I know, Rodman was intimidating because you be like, yo, he annoying as hell. He probably was poking you in your belly or something.
Right.
But Ben Wallace was crazy. But, it was because of Rodman, they got those championships with those defensive and annoying things. But I'm going to go with my man, yo, all day, Dennis Rodman, man.
All right, cool. All right, last one. Who would you rather have as a big man? If you needed to start your team, you need a franchise big man. Patrick Ewing, Hakeem Olajuwon, or Kareem Abdul-Jabbar?
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, man.
You going with the captain?
Yeah. What you said, I was like, yeah, you made it easy now. Yeah, of course, man. Give me young Kareem.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. Well, listen, Jerry, it's been a pleasure having you on the show, my man. Like this was fun, man. This was definitely
fun. I liked it.
Yeah, man. So like I'll have you on at some other time. You know what I'm saying? But I am proud of what you're doing. You know what I mean? Keep doing what you're doing. You out there inspiring. You're making all of us over here proud, man. So just continue to knock down those doors, man. Like I said, once you get your big break, I'm flying out there. I don't care what happens. I'm just gonna live on your couch. Like I don't really
I got what
happens. You know what I'm saying? All right, my man.
All right, man. Thanks a lot for having me.
Yes, sir. I'd like to thank my man Jerry for coming on the show. He's an interesting dude, man. Full of energy. He has big things on the horizon, so look out for that. And if he talks to me about the Ball brothers and LeVar and all that again, like we gonna have some serious issues. Well, nah, man. Salute to my bro. Coming up after the break, the greatest segment on the planet, Dummy of the Week. On a Saturday. It's all leaving.
Yo, it's your man DJ G Money from that Flip the Script podcast. You see it? We in the studio right now. Flip, shut up. Yeah. Whoa, listen. Shout out to the All Even podcast. My man Barry Grant Jr. What's up, man? What happened? What you want to say to the people?
Shout out somebody else's podcast?
Yeah, let me get the joint. What's up?
All Even.
All Even podcast.
Yo, it ain't even up here, boy. We put this yo something. All Even. Yo, you. Oh my God. What's up with you, man? Now you. Well, that's a shout out. You keeping this?
Yeah, keep all that. You want to jump in
All
the
Even
camera?
podcast, right?
Yeah, All
Shout out
Even.
to All Even podcast, right? All
Yeah.
Even. That's your man.
My man.
All right, shout out to All Even podcast.
100%. He cool. Is he cool? Let me see. Is he cool?
Yeah. What is it, G? Oh. I shout out, G. Oh.
This is Cigar Gents and Gals. Just want to give a shout out to All Even Podcast, the best sports podcast out there. Keep up the amazing work. Also check us out at cigargentsandgals.com. We're everyday apparel for cigar smokers. Let's get it.
What's going on? What's up with you? It's your boy the Candyman, the ALFRE to the D. It's your boy Alfred from the Rap Lab podcast.
And it's the one and only True G. Just call me the QG from the Rap Lab podcast.
And you tuned in to All Even with Barry Grant.
Boy, that shit crazy.
Welcome back, y'all. So without further ado, the greatest segment on the planet, Dummy of the Week. We pick candidates on Tuesday and Saturday, and then we pick the winner on that Saturday show. So Tuesday we had my man, Sleepy Johnson. Big man that got knocked out in the Walmart. We also had Kelly Oubre. But, you know, I'm not gonna give it to Oubre. Oubre has fallen out of contention for Dummy of the Week. And as much as I want to pick the cleanup on aisle 5 guy, it's not him either. May I have the drum roll, please? And the winner is Draymond Green, power forward for the Golden State Warriors, the self-proclaimed greatest defender of all time. Draymond Green is because as again, Draymond Green sticks his foot in his mouth. But that's nothing new. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, this man took to Twitter and started to talk about the women's pay scale in sports, about how he's tired of them complaining and, you know, they should go ahead and handle business and blah, blah, blah. And a lot of women have come out and said that, listen, he doesn't know what we tried. He doesn't know what we've attempted to do. He doesn't know what tables we're sitting at. Never called us. And that's my thing with this guy, is that he's one of those people that just runs off at the mouth without any information because he has one. Because he has a mouth, he thinks he just is supposed to speak. No one cares about what you have to say. You are a basketball player, and you're a very inefficient one at that. If you weren't a great defender, I don't know how you would still be in the NBA, because you are the master of the triple single. Like, you really are. You look at the stat sheet, 2 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists. You see better numbers in the WNBA than that. And those women are making way less than what he's making. But I digress. He continues to think that he's the pulse of the people when he's really not. I think he should focus on learning how to shoot, learning how to dribble, learning how to do certain basketball things that the women in the WNBA have great fundamentals that he doesn't have. So maybe he should ask them for advice instead of trying to give them some. That'd be nice. Maybe he should ask them, hey, how do you shoot like that? How do you keep your follow through up there and make it look so pretty? Oh, sure, we'll be able to teach you, but we also need you to shut your mouth. We'll teach you if you just shut up. He reminds me of the fat supervisor that sits around and says, no, you gotta do it this way, but never can show you how to do it. He just points, tells you, no, you gotta do it this way. Okay, well, show us. Can't do it. Can't do it. Just all hot air, mouth. That's his entire career, and he's made a living off of it. Kudos to him. And hey, I'm sure it might be hard for him to stay quiet. But you know what's also very difficult? Watching him play basketball. So Draymond Green, I'm sure most of the female athletes out there want to kick you in the nuts, but you are a winner for Dummy of the Week. That's all for this show. That's all for this week. I'll see you guys next week. Until then, stay safe, stay cool. Peace. You can catch me on Twitter and Instagram at All Even Podcast. Listen to the show on Anchor, Spotify, SoundCloud, and wherever podcasts are available. And check out my YouTube channel, All Even Podcast. And don't forget to share, like, and hit that subscribe button.